Hello. Welcome back to another one-shot that actually isn't a one-shot because I can never write a one-shot without turning it into a series, so this is a one-shot that is most certainly going to become a series. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, this is where I portray angst that convince all of us, not just myself, that I truly need therapy. Anyways, I'm going to start off by saying that this is an angst with no happy ending. I repeat, this is no happy ending. While there is not any main character death, it does still not have a happy ending. But if that is not for you, that is completely alright, because I will be making an alternative ending for this that does have a happy ending. With that being said, you do still need to watch at least a little bit of this. So far, this part is completely clean of angst. And the future part where the angst with no happy ending actually does start to put into play, I will give those who do not want to see the no happy ending a signal so that you can skip that part and go ahead and go to the alternative ending, because you do need to watch all of this to actually get the gist of where I'll be picking up with the alternative ending. Alright, and with that being said, let's go ahead and get to it and torture OsaSuna, because I guess that's what I do. Yeah. Hello my lovely viewers. Looking for some affordable and good quality anime merch? Want to support your favorite haiku team or join UA? What about joining the Straw Hat Pirates for an adventure or two? Want to join the Black Wolves or the Fairy Tale Guild? Well, this site has that and so much more. Use my discount code and receive 10% off your entire order. Link and code is in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Do people meet by choice or by fate? If it really was by fate, did all fated souls that meet spend the rest of their days basking in the presence of one another, or were they doomed from the start? Suna never believed in such a thing as fate, but if it were true, he prayed that for once there would be a future of warmth and light. He could almost laugh himself to stupor, thinking how all of this foolish thinking only started because he spent one too many hours gaming online. He resides in the Aichi prefecture, though was offered an opportunity to travel to the Hilo prefecture to better his learning and skills as a middle blocker. To his dismay, Suna had to turn down the offer since it was only with a partial scholarship, and due to financial struggles, his parents couldn't afford to make the move for him. It was a lost opportunity that he hadn't dwelled on too much. That was until he was stuck online gaming with an online friend, Kemma, who lived in Tokyo, and introduced him to a boy he played a match with in volleyball. The Raven had spent some time gaming with him and ultimately decided to send a friend request, finding the boy's skills as a gamer rash and unique. It intrigued him, to say the least, and he wanted to know more. In a world of just him, Suna had no other choice but to turn to the internet to reside in the sanctuary he built for himself. A small smile crept on his face when he received a notification in his inbox from his new friend. Want to meet in the lobby for a game? I would, but too busy with homework. What a loser. Too busy with the game? Couldn't be me. What even is with your user? It's ridiculous. Actually, I'm not an avid gamer. My twin made me get on, and I only played with him for a while, so my user is more towards him. Suna snorted, finding the concept ridiculous, yet him. Ah, I see. Then you met me. Do you intend to change your user? Nah. That means my mother loves you more? Well, you're the one that said it, not me. Wanna go? Suna felt his heart leap into his throat for the sudden question. He quickly brushed off the crumbs from the stupid rice cakes that left more crumbs than should be legally allowed and straightened out his hair, groaning when he took note of just how greasy his hair was. To be fair, he was on break. No one had to keep up appearances. That wasn't what made him nervous. Suna had never seen Osamu before. For all he knew, the boy could actually be an old man. This was the moment of truth. He took a deep breath, taking the call. Hey? Suna's eyes widened and his lips parted slightly. Every doubt he had about Osamu being an old man quickly diminished once he was able to see for himself behind the camera. While he did have grey hair, the black roots hidden underneath the mess of silver pronounced his youth. Kind and gentle eyes met his, staring deep into his soul, and a beautiful smile graced his face. His attire was simple, just a blue hoodie. There wasn't anything grand, but damn, he was handsome, and his voice, gods. Each passing second, he felt like a fool for not being able to speak, and his embarrassment grew. He suddenly became self-aware of his own wretched appearance. The layer of grease seemed to only multiply. Hey. A melody of laughter sounded through the other side, echoing back to Suna. In love with me yet? The raven disguised his surprise for being found out so quickly by rolling his eyes and scoffing. Only in your dreams. Oh, you have no idea what I dream about. The metal blocker raised his eyebrow, somewhat curious at the latter's dreams, but almost too scared to ask, so kept it at that. Whatever, you're only here to appease my boredom. Ouch? Osamu put a hand to his chest to feign his own pain dramatically, and even fell into his chair, slouching limp. Suna rolled his eyes for the millionth time, yet couldn't contain the small chuckle blooming. On a serious note, you look much different than I thought you would. In a good or bad way? The boy straightened his posture and took a moment to study the raven. Once again, Suna was left extremely aware of his greasy hair and swore up and down that once the call was over, he'd wash it at least 12 times. Good. You're quite handsome. You must be popular at school. The metal blocker coughed, not expecting such a blunt compliment, and covered it up by clearing his throat. No, actually. I don't even talk much at school. Why not? Why should I? Answering the question with another question, he saw the gears in Osamu's head turning. Touché. I think I'm only known around the school because I'm a twin. It kinda makes us a rare case. The raven frowned and crossed his arms, not liking the sound of that. It was like Osamu just referred to himself as a freak show placed beneath a glass case for his classmates to gawk at. That wasn't what Osamu was. He was a human who had feelings, emotions, hopes, fears, dreams, everything, just as everyone else. Don't say that. What? It's true. Well, don't word it like that. While being a twin might be a unique trait, it doesn't make you any different. You are your own person. For once, the younger twin was speechless, and Suna couldn't help but feel shock noticing his abrupt halt in words. It was like he had never been told that before, that he was his own person. That thought infuriated him. Was Osamu used to be training like that? Like he was just an identical replica of his brother? That they were just the same person, separated into two different bodies? That wasn't true. Both Atsumo and Osamu are their own people, not just a reflection of one another. Thanks. Yeah, thought it was obvious though. You don't plan to follow your brother with everything he does, do you? The ladder paused once more, and that's when it clicked. That's exactly what he intended on doing. Tell me, what does Atsumu want to do when he grows up? Osamu fidgeted uncomfortably in his seat. The discomfort was almost shadowed by the poor camera quality and lighting, but Suna had the eyes of an eagle. I think he wants to go pro. Is that what you want to do? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Osamu. No. The metal blocker smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment making his new friend come clean and tell the truth. While it was rewarding, he was only just getting started. Don't get me wrong, I love playing volleyball. I feel security in something I grew up playing with my dad when he was still around, and it's nostalgic in a way. Playing keeps him alive, and me and my brother have become a weapon on the court. It's not something I can ignore, but I don't want to continue playing after high school. But you're still going to? The spiker sighed, running his hand through his tousled hair. Soon they could see his roots more apparent before his hair fell back down. It's not that simple. I don't know why, but I feel scared telling Atsumo. I feel like I will be letting down a lot of people. Don't let what other people think dictate your life. It's yours, and yours alone. It's okay to take and accept advice if that's what you choose to do, but at the end of the day, you only get one life to do what you want to do. Don't waste it doing something somebody else wants. Do what you want to do, Osamu. Hours had slipped from their fingers. The afternoon shadowed into night until the first glimmer of the morning sun peeked over the horizon. Suna had long since fallen asleep, yet Osamu stayed awake. He thought of their impactful conversation that he hadn't expected to leave such a mark on him. It was true, he proposed the idea of a call to burn time just because he was bored, but he somehow found himself enjoying the call with the strange boy he met online. His eyes remained glued on the screen. The raven was soundly sleeping on the other end, unaware of the turmoil he caused. Osamu had unknowingly accepted his fate of believing other people's words, and hadn't once thought of stepping outside of his bubble to see what he would like and what he wanted to do. Was he allowed to think of such things? What with Atsumu? Right. Suna's words were played in his head. He couldn't let other people's thoughts stop him from what he wanted to do. Yet his brother's words meant everything to him. He loved his twin dearly, even if he may not be the best at showing it, but being the older twin, Atsumu had the advantage that he could never grasp at or even comprehend. Osamu didn't just want to be a shadow. Not any longer. He wanted a life of his own, a life that Suna showed him was possible. He smiled softly at the sleeping boy, silently cursing himself for feeling such things for the boy. They were both boys. It wasn't right to think of such feelings and emotions for the same gender, yet he couldn't help but feel hope blossom in his chest every time he met those kind golden eyes. What a strange boy. Osamu chuckled before ending the call and shut down his PC. deciding to finally retire for the night even though the sun had fully risen and started a new day. Right. Later today when he woke up, he would talk to Atsumu. Later. So yes, I'm actually super duper excited writing this, and I'm more than likely just gonna end up hyperfixating on this because OsaSuna is currently my hyperfixation ship, so send help. But lately I feel like Osamu gets overshadowed way too often because he is the younger twin, so I thought I'd discuss that a bit. Plus, honestly, I genuinely have always wanted to write something where Osamu comes clean to Atsumu about what he wanted to do for his own future, and I have not written something like that, so yeah, this is it. Not only that, this is just Osamu and Suna falling in love. Yeah. So I honestly have not started writing the next part yet, so I'm not entirely sure if it's just them falling in love more or if the inks will start in the next part. We will find out. So yeah. Of course, special thanks to all of my deckers. You guys are super duper amazing, and I cannot do any of this without you, so I hope you enjoy all the early access videos that you're able to access and all the other special perks. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next time.